The following question reads, each issue of a business newsletter has 5 slots numbered 1 through 5. The policy of the newsletter requires that there are at least 3 features per issue, with each feature completely occupying 1 or more of the slots. Each feature can be one of 4 types: finance, industry, marketing, or technology. Any slot not containing a feature contains a graphic. The newsletter's policy further requires that each issue be structured as follows. All right, so we know we have at least 3 features, and we know that our features are one of 4 types, F, I, M, T. We know we have 5 slots in the newspaper, and we know that the newspaper has features and graphics. So if it's not going to be a feature, it's going to be a graphic. Now let's hit the rules. Rule number 1. Any feature occupying more than 1 slot must occupy consecutively numbered slots. Okay, if the feature occupies more than 1 slot, then it's going to have consecutive slots. Now, it's very, very important to think about this contextually. We're told that we have at least 3 features. Now, this will make a little bit more sense to you if you ever took a journalism class, but this is what really threw people off in this game. Having at least 3 features and knowing that we could technically have a feature that takes up more than 1 slot is a little confusing. So that means technically we could have a finance feature that spanned 3 different slots, which means we could have F, 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 and this is one feature. You know, it's a very long feature on finance. Just think about it like in a magazine where you have one story that spans 7 pages. So this feature spans 3 different slots, but it's one feature. And then we can have another finance feature that spans slot 5 only. So it's a much shorter finance feature. And this counts as 2 features. And here we'd still have to have 1 more feature. So we could also have a 1 slot marketing feature. So this abides by rules 1 and the rules given to us in our setup, where we have at least 3 features. And since our first finance feature is a very long one and it's spanning 3 slots, all 3 of those slots are consecutive. Now that's just a very important thing to keep in mind as we move forward, and I'll keep reminding you of this. It's a little hard to grasp because it seems like some of the rules are contradictory when we get to the questions, but they really aren't. You just have to think about them as the fact that one feature could span many slots, but it still makes up one feature. So let's go to rule number 2. If an issue has any finance or technology feature, then a finance or technology feature must occupy slot 1. Okay, so if we have F or T, then we must have either F in slot 1 or T in slot 1. Contrapositive, if F is not in slot 1 and T is not in slot 1, then we don't have an F and we don't have a T feature. And rule number 3, an issue can have at most 1 industry feature. So 3, we have max 1 industry feature. All right, so that's our setup, our rules, and our deductions. Let's go ahead and hit the questions.